Hello everyone, and let us discuss the question of chapter 6, right? Here's the first question. The first question is: the sequence of translation is applied to the graph of y is equal to x square. Which of the following graphs could be the result of this sequence of translations? Could be the result of this sequence of translations. Okay. So translations basically are the transformations which happens in the right and the left direction or up and down. So if we look at this question and we say that the graph is same, that only the position is changing or translation is happening to the left or the right or up and down, then we say it has resulted only through translations. Now my function is y is equal to x square. Now if I look at the first one, so it says y is equal to x square plus 4x plus 7. Now what I have to do is I have to make a square of it. I'll just show you how you can make a square of it and see and find out whether the translations are horizontal or vertical. So I know I can make it a whole a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So in order to make it a plus b whole square, which I've also covered, right? So that is how you do it. It's, right, x, divide the coefficient of x by 2, so x plus 2 whole square, and plus 7, and from that subtract the square of this 2 minus 4. So it is the method how we can convert this into a square form. Completing a square, this is what it means. So you all have covered this in high school, so not much need to be told here, right? So this is how it looks like. Now if I look at this graph and compare, so I can see it's a translation to the left by minus 2 unit, because there's a plus sign, plus 2. This is the translation in x, so it will move to the left by 2 units, and plus 3 means up by 3. So this transformation is purely because of translations happening towards translation happening horizontally or vertically. So I can say yes, this can be a result of it. Next is it's given in the square form. So this is itself like 2 units to the right and 3 units up. So again, it's a translation. But if I look at the third, which is y equal to 2x square minus 6x plus 5. Now, in order to make it a perfect square, I have to take 2 common. So it gives me this. Now, if I make a perfect square of it, so it gives me 2 into x minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 5 by 2 minus square of 3 by 2, which is 9 by 4. Now, such a translation is not just here the transformation is not just the translations, or that means movement along the x-axis or y-axis, or movement of the graph on the right, left, up or down. It also has a factor of 2, right, which is called dilation. So the graph will get dilated, it will not remain same. So either it will stretch, it will be stretching towards the y-axis. So the moment the graph stretches, so the shape changes. So the shape is not same. So that's why this is not a transformation purely because of translations, right? There is dilation also. So I cannot take this one. So the answer has to be 1 and 2 only, right? This is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next. Now they're saying a sequence of transformation is applied to the graph of y equal to mod x. Which of the following could result the translation and reflections only? Now, if I have a graph of y equal to mod x, so y equal to mod of x plus 3 is purely a translation, which is happening to the left hand side by 3 units. Then if I say minus of x plus 3, this is just a reflection in x-axis, because this is minus of fx. And if I say plus 4, then again the graph is just translating up by 4 units. Right? So this is purely because of translations and reflections. There is no dilation here. Right? Now the moment I have a coefficient like 2 into x minus 1 plus 4. So here there is a movement to the right by 1 unit, up by 4 units. That's there because of this and this. But then there's a factor of 2. The moment this constant comes in, so the graph get dilated towards the y-axis by 2 units. So every y coordinate will increase by 2 units for this function, and then it will move up. So again, it will be a case of a stretch. So the graph will stretch. The moment graph will stretch, the dilation take place. So that's why, as I've told you in the video, you can see that again. So this is not based on reflections and translation only. If I look at the last case, y equal to minus of mod x plus 5, yes, true. First, it has been reflected in x-axis, followed by it has moved up by 5 units. So this is purely because of reflection and translation. So answer is 1 and 3. 1 and 3 only. Right. Then next. The following sequence of transformation is applied to the curve y equal to root of x. Right. So what will be the final function? So it says reflection in x-axis. Reflection in x-axis will be minus root x, as I told you, minus of fx. Then translation by 4 comma 0. So translation is happening towards the right hand side. So it will be minus 4. So y equal to minus of, and there is y is 0. So no translation in y. After this, so we have done 2 of them. Vertical dilation with half. Vertical dilation with half means every y coordinate has become half, as I've told you in the last video. So it will become this. Now they are saying what is the equation of the curve. So if I look at it carefully, so minus half into root of x minus 4. So A is the right answer. Although I think there is some problem, guys. Yeah. This can also be the right answer, but yeah. So just delete this option. So A is the right answer. A and G basically are same. So answer is, yeah, A option, minus half root x minus 4. So that becomes the right answer. Okay, let's do another one. The following sequence of transformation is applied to the curve y is equal to log of x. Y is equal to log of x is what we have. Now they're saying vertical dilation with scale factor of 2. Vertical dilation always happens, so every y coordinate become 2 times of itself. Translation by minus 2 and minus 1. So left, it's moving to the left by 2 units and it is moving up by 1 unit. So it is moving up by 1 unit. So this is what I will get. And finally, it says horizontal dilation with scale factor of 1 by 3. So scale factor is 1 by 3. So the entire x will become 3 times. This is what the answer would be. When horizontally dilation takes place by 1 by 3, so basically now the y values will be attained at 3 times the value of x. So the same y values will be attained at 3 times the values of x. So I'll make all the x values 3 times. So this is what the answer would be. So if I look at it carefully, and sorry, this was minus, my bad. This is minus 1. This is also minus 1. Yeah, sorry, it will move down. So answer has to be A option again, right? C, yes. Uh, yes. Yeah. So B option also, I think, is same only. Okay. Yeah, there is no difference between A and B again. Both are correct. It's just the way of writing is different. Sorry. So take one of them, right? One of them is the correct answer, right? Now the next, the equation x square equal to 4 minus x has two solutions, right? After translating y equal to x square by 3 units, now y equal to x square, if I translate it up by 3 units, so graph will be y equal to x square plus 3, and y is equal to 4 minus x. If I translate it 2 units down, so it will be y equal to 4 minus x minus 2, which will be 2 minus x. Now they're saying how many solution does the new system have? The new system is x square plus 3 equal to 2 minus x, which will give me x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Now if I look at the discriminant of it, it is less than 0, so roots are imaginary. So in such cases, there will be no solutions. So very easy, but you need to know the dilations, sorry, the translations and all. So no real solutions. Right, let's move on to the next. It says that consider the intersection of y equal to mod x and y equal to 3 minus 3 minus x. Originally, this system has one solution. After applying a horizontal dilation by a factor 2, horizontal dilation by a factor 2 to y equal to mod x. Okay. So horizontal dilation by a factor of 2 means y now will become y equal to mod of x by 2. How many solution exists? Right. So this is only dilated. This will remain the same. So I'll say mod of x by 2 equal to 3 minus x. Right. So I can also say that mod of x by 2. So, you know, so if I look at it, so it has just dilated. So mod x upon mod of 2 is 2 only. So I can say 6 minus x. Right. So this will, I'll just multiply 6 minus 2x is it will be. Now if x is greater than equal to 0, so if I have to solve it, x greater than equal to 0, mod x will be x equal to 6 minus 2x. So 3x is equal to 6, which is x equal to 2. So this is one of the solutions since it is positive. For x less than 0, mod of x becomes minus x is equal to 6 minus 2x. So you will get again x equal to 6. X equal to 6 again is not a valid solution. Reason? Because the condition is x should be negative and it is coming out as positive. So again, it will have only one solution. So answer will be one solution. So it still will have one solution. Right? So these are the type of questions that comes in translations. Mostly translate. Dilations are very rare, but yeah, question can come on that also, but mostly on translation. Right? Take care.